everybody. How are you? Welcome to episode 59 of the 3 a.m. Knitter podcast. My name is Anne and I am the 3 a.m. Knitter. A very warm welcome to you, whether you're a returning viewer or if you're brand new to the podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're called to, please like and subscribe because I'm really working hard at growing this channel. So I would love for you to subscribe and hit the little bell that will give you notifications when new episodes come out, and we'll knit together. So, all right, welcome. I've got a few things to catch you up on today in this episode. Not too many, so it'll be a shorter episode, but there it is. I wanted to make sure that I got on here right away to give you these updates because I'm going to be super busy over the next couple of weeks. Finishing up a sample knit that I'm going to talk to you about in a sec, and designing some other patterns for an upcoming project, which I'm also going to tell you about if you haven't already seen info regarding this project on my Instagram feed. Anyway, let's jump right in. As always, all of my contact information is down below in the description box. You'll find my socials down there, my email address, my snail mail mailing address. Thank you to those who have sent me some great treats. Do appreciate you very much. It's all down there for you. You can always DM me on socials, whether that's Instagram or Facebook, or just send me an email. And I will get to your note right away. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit flustered this morning. Today is Monday, the 8th of September that I'm recording. A little bit flustered because I've got 3 or 4 big things going on in my knitting world. So there's that. So quick chat before I jump into what I'm wearing and whips and things like that. This past weekend, I went into New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, which is, I don't know, about 15 minutes away or so from where I live, and was having a great Saturday morning visiting with the Wooltock East group. So this is a fiber market and workshops and things like that put on by Sisterhood Fibers, which is located in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia. And every year they host Wooltock East. And although I didn't take any workshops this year, I did take some time to go and visit with some great makers and to source out some yarn and to talk to some fiber friends and things like that. So I spent a great Saturday morning doing that. I'll talk to you a little bit about that in just a moment when I show you some yarn and stuff that I got. And it was great fun. So, I wonder what kind of fiber arts or what have you, festivals or things like that, are you participating in? Are you vending at them? Are you just visiting? Are you traveling far to go to them? A number of years ago, a great friend of mine, Lyanne, and I would regularly go to Rhinebeck or Maryland Sheep and Wool, things like that. We make it a great big long weekend thing, and it was great fun. Do you do that, or do you just source out local fiber festivals and kind of keep it close to home so you don't have to incorporate travel into your fibery pursuits, if it were? So let me know because you never know. I'm always looking for a great trip, and if there is a fiber festival worth going to that takes some travel, I'm your girl, and I'd be happy to find some new ones to go to. So anyway, that's what I was up to this weekend, which prompted me to want to get on and record right away so I can update you on a few things. All right, let's start with what I'm wearing. So this, of course, is one of my lovely layering pieces that if you followed me for a while, you'll know I love to layer. This is the Agave sweater by Yomiko Alexander. And this is knit in, let's see, what did I knit this in? Mirsal yarn, Winku, I think you pronounce it. Unnatural undyed colorway. I bought this at Sisterhood Fibers in March of 2024. I cast on the project May 1st, finished it May 12th. So it was a really super duper quick knit. I knit size large of the pattern. I'll tell you a little bit more about the pattern in a sec. And I use 4.5 skeins, so about 832.5 meters. So Mirasol Wing, is it Wingku? I think you pronounce it Wingku, W-I-N-Q-U. It's an Aran weight and 185 yards or 169 meters per skein or per ball. 4.5 to 5.5. It's a cotton silk, excuse me, 85% cotton and 15% silk. It is very soft. And so you can see that this pattern, you know, it has a little bit of lacy type of work in the sleeves. The sleeves are split at the bottom, although you didn't have to. There was lots of sleeve options. Joined here at the shoulder. And the bottom here has a little bit of a scallop here on the one side, and then it's straight on the back. There's no ribbing. It's just kind of a rolled hem. But it is a really comfy wear, a little bit thicker, so it's not ideal for a warm day, but it is a great sweater for kind of that in-between time during the day where you're, you know, the first thing in the morning before it really starts to get too warm, or after dinner, you know, before it cools down too much where you really need a big sweater. This is the perfect thing. So from a pattern perspective, again, Agave by Yomiko Alexander, 5.5 millimeter needles. It comes in 5 sizes, from a 42 inch to 58 inch finished bust. Let's see. Well, it says here 3 different sizes, but it's oh, excuse me, 3 different sizes of the same lace pattern. That's right. 2 sleeve options, the flutter sleeve, which is what I'm wearing, or a finished sleeve. What else do we have here? It is a paid for pattern, as I mentioned, $14.44 Canadian or $10 US. There are 761 projects on Ravelry, one of which is mine. So here is the project picture. Let me just get that to full screen. Here's the project picture. So you can see the lace pattern. It's the same. It just gets kind of larger as you move down towards the bottom of the sweater. This was a fun knit. I enjoyed it. As I said, it only took me a few days to knit it. So it's very, very simple. And what do they say here? Optional adjustments, sleeve option, as I said, or the sleeve depth. So it really is a well-written pattern, and I encourage you to check it out. Published in Dando. So Dando is, I guess, Yomiko Alexander's designing name. And she has 149 different designs on Ravelry. Very unique kind of shapes and things like that. So if you like something a little bit different, check out Dando, D-A-N-D-O-H by Yomiko Alexander. So that's what I'm wearing today. Okay, so let me get on to my hashtag from the whip shelf update. So you will recall, I hope, from my last episode that I had pulled the Laura Nelkin kit from my whip shelf that was gifted to me by my friend Ellen. Sorry, let me just find the front page of this pattern. Anyhow, so this is the Afresh shawl, asymmetrical with the holes in it, and It's being knit from Julie Asseline Nurtured Fine 100% wool. This is the Rambouillet Targhee and Merino with the beads. So last time I showed this to you a couple weeks ago, I was just about finished the second section, and I have since finished the second section and the third section and have now proceeded to the fourth section. So I think last time I was, oh, sorry, I'm all tangled in the yarn here. I think last time I was kind of here-ish. And now I have started the whole section. So this is going to get wider and wider with more holes, as it were, until you get to the end. And then this top edge is where the beads are going. I'm using the crochet hook method for placing the beads. So the yarn, it's a little bit crunchy right now, but I know I can tell already that as soon as I give this a good soak and block it out, it's going to be really soft. So it's very thin. So I did, you know, like I say, I've started the fourth section of the pattern, and I have put this down for now though, because I am working on a sample knit, which I did begin to show you last episode for Windswept Fibers for Pam. And I am knitting up for her the Thelma and Louise cardigan, and open cardigan and tank top. So let me grab that now. So those of you who have followed me for a while know that I'm a paper and pen kind of girl, or paper pattern kind of girl. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to show you there. I'm going to show you here on Ravelry, because I printed that in black and white, and you can't see it real well. Okay, so let me just do a quick search here. I did have this up, but unfortunately it, there it is, it closed. So this is a pattern set by Natasha Hornby, and I will show you my progress. So that is Thelma, the cardigan. And then the little tank top, there we go, called Louise. That's the little tank. So I am knitting this out of Windswept Fibers. Oh, has it come from away? Sorry, hang on just one sec. Let me just reach over here. Oh, that's the mohair. I'll confirm. All right, so I did start the tank top, but I have put it in a bit of a timeout so I can block it, because I want to block it before I pull back. So I got knitting on this, and the pattern is so fun to knit. It's a really fun construction, and I am enjoying it immensely. However, okay, so I think that this is the front with the higher. So you can see it's kind of an high-low from the neckline. So you've got high, and then the back is a little bit lower, or vice versa. I guess the lower one is the front. And this yarn is deliciously soft. It's so soft. I can't even tell you. And by the way, this is the Cape Spear colorway. The last episode, I showed you the yarn, the mohair and the fingering together, but I was knitting along, and I did pull this back a couple of times because I read the pattern wrong and it wasn't working. And then I got zooming along and finally joined in the round. But can you see right there? See that line? See it there? So I don't know. Now I've pulled this back. I don't know what I've done here. There's something about either the tension. I mean, I'm looking at the back. I didn't twist the stitches. At least I don't think I did. So I'm going to block it and see if that blocks out. I don't think it's going to, but I'm going to block it anyway, see what happens. And if it doesn't block out, I have to rip back to here and re-knit it, because I can't have this line here. It's just, even if it was on the back, I can't have it. Because you see, like, I don't think I twisted the stitches, because I look at the back and it doesn't appear that the stitches have been twisted, but I must have done something incorrectly here to have this line. But it's weird that it's only right there. So anyway, I'm going to give it a block and see. At least if I have to frog it back, it's only, you know, about 1.5 inches or so. So no biggie, but so I got all frustrated and I put it in timeout, you know, because of course it's the sweater's fault, right? And then I cast on for the cardigan. And so the tank top is done with just the fingering. The cardigan is done with the fingering and the mohair. So here I have, just last night, let me find the seam hems there. So just last night I finished the bust darts. Let me just pull the yarn a bit. And I'm ready to now, I have to knit another, probably about another inch or 1.5 inches or so in pattern. And then I start the beautiful floral charts. Sorry, it's really kind of funky to hold up for you, because so you can see the patterning. It's got these columns here. This was really fun to knit. I was skeptical when I was first knitting it, thinking, how is this going to work? But it's just, and then you pick up in pattern. So it's right here where I seamed it, not seamed it, but I picked it up in pattern. So it's, you know, it doesn't give a discernible seam in the shoulders. So tonight I will be finishing off that 1.5 inches there and starting the floral motif. So that's a great picture there of the floral chart. So this has been a super fun knit. I am enjoying it immensely. It's so soft. I mean, you can just tell, look at the halo. So just from that, you can imagine how soft this is. So I'm knitting a size 3. It comes with the optional bust darts, which, like I say, I just finished those last night. And on I go to the rest of it. But so again, this is Natasha Hornby, paid for pattern. So Thelma, which is the cardi, $8, or excuse me, $14.40 Canadian, or 8.50 euros. Let's see, companion to Louise, open front for fluid drape. Here's a schematic just to kind of show you yeah. So the sleeves are done in pattern as well. There's video tutorial that comes along with it. Let's see, it's a relatively new pattern. It was published in June of this year. There are already 42 projects on Ravelry. I think one of which is mine. Did I make a project? I did not. I will. There will be 43 projects on Ravelry, one of which will be mine, as soon as I take some pictures. So again, your gauge 20 stitches, 30 rows to 10 centimeters, 3 needle sizes, 4, 3.75, and 3.5 millimeter, or US 6, 5, and 4. I said that backwards. There's 8 sizes available on the pattern. So I will continue to update you on that. You can also take a quick peek on Insta. I'll be updating there. But I'm super excited to get this done and get it back to Pam over in Newfoundland at Windswept Fibers, because this has been a super, super fun project so far. And using Pam's yarn, oh, so beautiful. So Windswept Fibers, I showed you this before. Cape Spear is the colorway. This label was for the finest mohair. She did send me other stuff. I'm confused about which one I'm using now, because she did send me some other stuff first which didn't work. So I will confirm all of that, and next episode, I'll have all of the proper details for you. So that is my sample knit that I'm working on. And then big excitement. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will already know that I am in the process of designing and writing my first knitting pattern book. I am wildly excited about this, and it's I've just started the process, so it's in the very beginning stages. This book will be a collection of 12 maritime inspired designs, and my working title, of course, this is all subject to change as things move along. The working title is Where the Tide Knits, 12 Coastal Inspired Patterns for Sweaters, Shawls, and More. And that is kind of the preliminary mock-up of the cover. I'm quite certain that this will all change, but you have to start somewhere. So I am in the process right now of the concept behind the book is that this collection is going to be designed using maritime or Atlantic Canada indie yarn dyers yarn. That's the plan, and that's kind of the inspiration for this collection. At this point, I think there will be 4 sweaters, 2 shawls, 2 pairs of socks, a cowl, a hat, fingerless mitts. You get the idea. And they'll all kind of have something to do with the beaches of the Maritimes or things like that. So I am looking for collaborations with Atlantic Canada indie dyers, because I would love to feature the best of the best. And to that end, I am starting with a design for the first pair of socks. And I sourced out at the Wooltock East. I met and sourced out Green Gable alpacas. So this is dory sock. As you can see, it's a 4-ply, 100 grams, 437 yards. And the colorway grabbed me right away, because the colorway is Beach Days. And so here it is caked up. If you want to see this, actually, maybe I can show you the skein now that I'm on Instagram. Sorry, I've got some music playing there. No, I don't have it. Anyways, you will be able to see it in the skein on Instagram sometime later this week or today, as soon as I get to the post. So this has got, as you can see, blues and grays and browns. It is like the perfect colorway for this inspiration for this book. So the dory sock from greengablealpacas.com, by the way, will be one of the samples that I use in the book. And I will keep you up to date on the goings on. So there's that. The other one, did I bring it over here? Oh, good Lord, I left it over there. Sorry, I'm so unorganized today. I can't, I'm just so excited about these new patterns in this book. I just can't help myself. So the other thing that I sourced, sorry about that. The other thing that I sourced is yarn for one of the shawls that will be in the book. Hang on. So I don't know if you can see this really well. This is botanical fibers, of course, and this is botanical fibers feathers. It's 65% Surrey, baby Surrey alpaca, 35% silk, light fingering weight, 50 grams, 319 meters. I'm going to pair this with, this is the Forest Floor colorway. So I'm going to pair this with some of their fingering weight for a lovely shawl. And let me just, oh, sorry. I added music to my Instagram post. Anyway, so there it is in the skein, botanical fibers. And this is going to be this is going to be for the ebb and flow shawl. So the ebb and flow shawl is going to be one of those simple, fun knits that you can take to knit night with you and things like that. So yeah, so I will kind of keep you up to date as to what is happening with the patterns. Sorry, the yarn's stuck on my ring. I'll keep you up to date on what's happening with the patterns as I move closer and closer to getting them ready for testing and for things like that. You guys, of course, will be the first to know. But there will be 12 patterns included in this book. So my goal is to have the book launched for the fall of next year. Including, because there's going to be 12 patterns in the book, and some of them are larger projects like 4 sweaters. It's, I need time to be able to, first of all, to knit the samples, and then to get them tested, and then there'll be tech editing and all the things that go along with that. So it's going to be a fun journey for sure, but a challenging one. But that's okay. I'm very much looking forward to it. Bear with me just one moment, please. I just need to get a little drink of water. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay. So that was just a super quick update as to what's been going on here at 3 a.m. Knitterland here in the studio. And if you know of an indie dyer who would be interested in participating by giving yarn support for this upcoming project, Where the Tide Knits, I would love for you to suggest somebody. If you are an indie dyer from Atlantic Canada and you would love to provide your yarn support, I'd love to talk to you. So you can DM me on Insta, you can email me, and we can set up a time to chat about what that's going to look like. So, all right. Okay, let's draw our Knitter's Oracle for today and see what we see. Okay, interesting. I can't recall if we have had this one before. This is the Knit Along. All right, let's see what the Knit Along has to say. 25. Oops, there we go. The Knit Along. Okay, the knit along represents any sort of pledge, commitment, or repeating action or pattern, even a literal knit along. It can also speak about cooperation or cooperative projects, mutually beneficial proposals, or group endeavors. This card will rely heavily on its neighbors for context and clues, paired with the designer we might be talking about a professional collaboration, but paired with the knitworthy, we might have a wedding. Well, there's no wedding, but how apropos that I selected this card. And honestly, it was random. I didn't plan it. So, cooperation. Yeah. Mutually beneficial proposals, group endeavors. Because really, when you think about it, I will be, designing these patterns. I'll be knitting the samples up to make sure that the pattern is as I expected it to be. I'll be sending it out to knitters to test it for me, which, is that collaborative or cooperative project. Wonderful and amazing indie dyers will be collaborating with, is my hope, with me to feature their yarn in the book and in the patterns and the samples. It really is a group effort, this kind of stuff. Even though I do a piece of it, the indie dyer does a piece of it, the test knitters do a piece of it, we all are coming together for the same purpose. We want a beautiful project. So the knit along is rather apropos right now. And there is no wedding coming up. So that's got to be what it is. So let me know what you are doing along the lines of a knit along, whether it's a literal knit along or a correct collaboration that you're working with somebody on. Let me know. Okay, friends, that's it for this episode. I hope that you are happy and I hope that you are knitting, and I will see you soon. Take good care.